Alright, we're going to construct a truth table for the given statement, not the quantity, not Q or P. So the first thing that we need to do is go ahead and start out with two columns, one for P and then one for Q, and establish the truth identities for each one of those. So we can assume that P will be true, and if P is true, then we can state that Q might be true also. We can also state that P would be true and then Q would be false. And then we can state that P would be false and then Q would be true. And once again, we could state that P is false and we would state that Q is also false. Now, in this particular problem, since we are faced with a not Q situation, we're going to go ahead and do a not Q column. And remember that if Q is true, then not Q would be false. And I will indicate that so. If Q is false, then not Q would be true. Once again, if Q is true, not Q would be false. And if Q is false, not Q would be true. The next column is going to contain not Q or P. So not Q or P. And for this one, we have to remember that one or both have to be true in order for the entire statement to be true. So not Q or P, we're going to look at this not Q, and then we're going to look at this P, which means that we have false or true. In this case, it will be a true statement. Not Q or P right here, we're going to look at this not Q, and then we're going to look at this P, which is going to be true or true, which will be a true statement. Then not Q or P, we'll look at this not Q, which is false, and this P, which is false also. Since they are both false, that means that the statement not Q or P will be false. Then we will look at this not Q right here, which is true, and this P over here, which is false. Since one of the two is true, then the entire statement is true. Then lastly, we're going to go ahead and look at the statement not Q or P, which means that I'm just going to negate using this right here. We're going to negate, that's the negate, so negate the truth statement of not Q or P. Well, not Q or P is right here, and that's true, so not true will be false. Then we're going to look at this not Q or P right here of true, and once again, not true will be false. Then we look at this, which is the not Q or P, which in this case is false, so not false is true. And this is true, so then not true would be false. So then my truth table for not the quantity not Q or P will be false, false, true, false.